Pa's already dead, and Mother is dead too. They didn't tell me anything.
死了吗？他们都已经。
Oh, he sounds kind of sad. Let's see. Xuan Xiao says, dead. They're already. Oh, they are all already.
我原以为自己常年于冰中，早已心如止水，不想听到故人噩耗，仍是百感交集。
I see. Let's see. I thought that with it spending such a long time within the ice, that my heart was like stopped, or like had already become like stopped water. Basically, it's like my heart had like no feelings anymore. Like he thought he would like, oh, I've stopped caring. Let's see. 不想听到 is it like I didn't want to hear, or is it more like I never thought hearing about the news of death of people from my past would give me would have all kinds of feelings within my heart? Is that what he's saying? Because like 不想听到 could also mean like I don't want to hear. I never thought. Okay, I was like I never I didn't think that I would not have thought that hearing about the death of people within my past would bring up these feelings, all kinds of feelings within my heart. 百感交集, so like the gathering of feelings, literally. And this is actually, how do you pronounce it? Oh, anyway, I'll look it up later.
我不小心闯进爹和娘的墓室，看到一些东西。我想知道他们以前是什么样的人，才会跑来琼华派。
Yeah. And yeah, I mean that's the only thing that makes sense. That's why I was like, this is not 不想听到 means like he's not saying I didn't want to think. Don't you love like how like yeah, it's just kind of funny that it could be read both ways. But yes, I figure from context that's the only thing that makes sense. Anyway, let's go ahead. Tianhe says like, I accidentally entered into my mom and pa's tomb, and I saw some things. I just want to know what kind of people they were before, and why they would go into the Qiong Guild.
哦，你在那墓中所见为何？
Oh, what did you see within that tomb?
其实，要是灵莎不说，我也不觉得有多奇怪。那个房间里全都是冰，把我娘的棺木都埋了起来，还有一块会发光的玉。
Oh, let's see. Honestly, I wanted to know who they were for, so I came here to. Oh, he came here. Oh, I get it now. 才会来到. Okay, he's referring to himself. Sorry, the run-on sentence is so long, I actually misunderstood the context. So yes, I wanted to know who they were. They were before, so that's why I came to Qiong. And he said, and like, yeah, he just asked me, what did you see in that tomb? Tianhe says like, actually, if Ling Sha hadn't mentioned it, I wouldn't have. Let's see, I wouldn't have felt. Let's see, how do I say? Let me translate this. I wouldn't have known just how strange it was. Inside that room, it was complete. It was all ice inside that room, and it even buried my ma's coffin, and also there was a piece of jade that was shining.
那块玉，你们是否用它打开了禁地石门？
That piece of jade did you use it to open the stone door to the forbidden ground?
对呀，就是这个。
Right. It was this thing.
灵光早遇，想不到我有生之年还能再见。
Let's see. Yes, see. Jade that has colored patterns. Translate this however you want. Oh yeah, let's see. I guess we'll just call it like the excuse me. Jade of miraculous, like, oh, because it's the 灵光之玉. Well, I guess we'll say like, we'll just call it Jade of miraculous brightness. That sounds as good a name as anything. It just means a jade that has a lot of colored patterns. The Jade of miraculous brightness. I never would have thought I'd be able to see it again when I was alive. In my life. Let's see.
Ren生百岁，终归尘土。当初我们3人一同修炼仙道，参研剑术，正当风华之年。如今，却只剩我一人。
Oh, let's see. Human life is 100 years. Oh, it probably means magnificent years. Yes, 风华 means like the gloriousness years. No, glorious year. Let's see. A human life is 100 years, and then we must return to dust. At the time, the 3 of us practiced, cultivated immortality together. We researched sword techniques, and those were our years of our magnificent years, or years of glory. And now, I alone am the only one that is left.
只剩你一个，但是这儿冷到骨子里了，你干嘛一个人待在这里呢？
Oh yeah, so Linger says like, turn the dust with me. Oh dear. Well, no, but that was one of the final. That was before her sacrificed herself to save the city, right? Against to defeat the lunar cult leader. Anyway, let's go back to Lingsha here. It's like, you're the only one left, but it's cold to. Okay, this is an expression. It means like 冷到骨子里 means like it's cold to the bone. In Chinese, you can actually say 风吹入骨, which means the wind. It feels like the wind is blowing into your bones. It means like something is just really, really, really cold. So your bones feel like you're shaking. I always thought that was an interesting analogy. In English, we don't say that, but like we just say the wind is biting, which is a bit different. But it's just interesting that it's 2 different analogies to describe the same feeling. Anyway, but it's cold. It's cold it's chilling to the bone here. Why are you staying here all by yourself?
云天河，你应该自小就十分畏寒吧？进入此地，岂非度日如年？
Okay, so 十分畏寒. 畏寒 means Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know that word. Or I guess you're afraid of cold? I don't know. Yeah. 云天河. I'm sure from when you were young, you were very afraid of the cold. Let's see. When you enter this place, it feels like a day is as a... When you enter this place, I'm sure a day must feel like a year. Yes, so... Yeah, I mean, even if you translate it literally, I'm pretty sure everyone understands that, like... Oh, man, it must feel like time's going really slow in here. So, yeah, basically when you're in a really difficult spot. Oh.
不会啊，我身体一直好好的，也没觉得这儿很冷。倒是爹和娘，他们都特别怕冷。
Oh. But yeah, so I always thought like, 度日如年 means like, oh my gosh, why is this taking so long? It's so hard. Anyway, that 成语 can actually apply to modern life too. Yay! Anyway, Tianhe says, no, my body has been fine all this time. I don't feel like it's cold here at all. But about my ma and pa, they were always really always terribly afraid of the cold. Oh, he has come to Xuan Xiao has come to a realization.
这怎么可能？不可能！
How is this possible? It couldn't be possible.
什么？
What?
晋升，又有人闯入。今天可真是热闹。
Quiet. There is another person who has entered. Today it's very lively today. Anyway, Ziying is here.
云天河，你们简直目无规矩，连禁地都敢闯。
I know, right? Yun Tianhe, you don't. What's a good way to translate this? It literally means like you don't even care about the rules. I guess I could just translate. You don't. You're not paying attention to the rules at all. You even dared enter the forbidden ground. Uh-oh.
可是，师叔，你不是也来了吗？
But Sisu, aren't you here? Didn't you come here too? Aren't you here too? Oh yeah, he broke the rules too. Yay!
岂有此理！
Oh, like. Oh, 岂有此理. This one's always a fun one. It literally means like how could this happen? But it can in different contexts it can mean like how could this happen? But in this case, he just means like it's more of like how dare you in this context. I always thought this is a multi-use. So if you hear this in a bunch of like other Chinese media, he's like Chinese like, don't talk your way out of this. It's kind of like you can't talk your way out of this. But anyway, he's like, how dare you?
既已来了，又何必大呼小叫？这禁地中，并无惊世骇俗之物。
I know, right? 惊世骇俗. Oh, thank you. Oh, frightening things. Well, 惊世 is the frightening part. Okay, hai su is like. Well, since you're here, is there any need to? Is there any need to raise your voice? Within this forbidden ground, there is nothing that. There are no frightening things within this forbidden ground. But Ziying's like, oh. I don't think is this Ziying's first time meeting our dear friend here?
你是
You are.
我们也吓一跳呢，想不到这里会有人。玄霄他还是天河爹娘的师兄。
We were scared. We were scared too. We never would have thought there would be a person here. And Yuan Xiao is the Sixiong of Tianhe's mom and dad. Or mom and dad. Whoops. Too modern. Mother and father.
玄霄。
Xuan Xiao? Ziying, I guess Ziying has never met him either. I mean, this is his first time probably in the Forbidden Ground because he's a law-abiding disciple.
你是玄霄师叔。
You're Xuan Xiao Sisu. Yeah, so you're Sisu Xuan Xiao in English. Because we put the title in front of their name. So yeah, I guess like he knows about Xuan Xiao.
啊，师叔的师叔。
Yes. You're our Sisu. So you're the Sisu of our Sisu? There you go. I had to, in English it would have to sound like that. Otherwise it would just sound like I'm repeating the word two times. I've already explained what Sisu is in previous things. It's basically the guy who's the fellow disciple in your generation, fellow student in your generation, the same generation as your master, who is your Shifu. So you heard that word before, and probably in like kung fu films. I guess you have to pay your respects.
师叔在上，请受弟子一拜。
I know. I guess it's like he's shocked. Like what? You're that? What? Let's see. Shisu, Please accept. Oh, like, please accept my Please accept my greetings. I guess it's just the best way. Basically, it's like I'm here to visit you. It's a polite way of saying like I'm visiting you.
哦，你是何人门下？竟负有寒月冰魄所铸的剑匣。
Oh, that's true. His weapon, 剑匣 is what is? How do I describe that thing? I'm just noticing what this weapon is. I got the rest of it though. I'm now figuring out. I have better senses for this like novel crap. Oh. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, it's the case, right? Oh, it's the case. He's talking about the sword sheath. The back sheath. Ah, right. It's the thing you put on your back to keep your sword in place. It's huge. I don't know how big his sword is then. Oh. Just whose student are you? And you even have a sword a back sheath crafted by Han Yue Bing Hao. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure it's a name. Yeah, a back sheath. You can't find this type of sword carrier in the West. They have a sheath that's it's usually on the side and not on your back. Oh, I wonder who this Han Yue Bing Hao is. Huh.
弟子慕容子英，曾蒙宗炼长老传授武功心法，以及铸剑之术。
Oh. Sweet. Anyway, Ziying says like, I am Murong Ziying. I was like the elder Zhonglian passed down his martial art techniques and his art of forging to me. Yay! The Chilling Moon Ice Soul. Oh, it's the name of the material. Oh, another fictional material. Okay, yep, thanks. Ice Soul, yay! It's a Chilling Moon Ice Soul. It's some kind of fictional material. Don't worry about it, guys. I was like, it could have been a person's name, but yeah, it would have been kind of weird. It sounded like the material. I thought the person worked in ice, so therefore his name would be related to ice. But I guess it's just the material. Or I guess it would make sense if Ziying made it himself.
宗炼，他如今过得如何？
Oh, 宗炼. How is he doing these days?
师公早些年便已过世。
师公, which means like the elder is hot, even is in the generation beyond his, so is in the generation 2 generations above, so he's calling him like 师公. 师公, he passed away a few years ago. He passed away years ago. Sorry, not a few.
他曾告知你，我在禁地。
Did he inform you that I was at the Forbidden Ground? I know, right? That's sad. You're just like, so how's everything going? He's dead. What about him? Nah, he died too. That moment when you're like, it's like, what year is this? I guess it's kind of like, there's other things. It's like time travel, really. Like when someone is cryogenic there's a show called Futurama in the US, and like the main character is actually is from the 20th century, and then he's cryogenically frozen, and like it means, and then it goes all the way until the 30th century. So he wakes up and he's unfrozen in the 30th century, has to figure out that everything he knew is like gone. Oh, his poor doggy. Anyway, sorry. Let's see.
师公并未说过，他只交代，若有生之年得见玄霄师叔，必要恭敬相待。师叔有任何差遣，不问缘由，弟子纵然粉身碎骨也要达成。
Oh wow. Let's see. 师公 didn't say. All he did was establish that was like, but he made like not made sure like he established that if I were if I were to see 玄霄师叔 within my life, that I would have to treat him with respect, or like that I would have to treat him with respect. If 师叔 you had any anything that needed to be care of, excuse me, I'm mixing up the words. Let's see. If 师叔 if you had any task that needed to be done, I would. Let me try to. I'm trying to rephrase this into like an English saying. Let's see. I would not be to. Let me think. It basically says like I would not be allowed to ask you why you're giving me the request. I just have to do the request as, even if my bones have to be broken. Or basically even at the cost of my life. Is a nice way to say it. So let me try to rephrase that. So, Shisu, if you had any request, I would do it without asking. Let me see. Without asking the reason, even if I had to give my life to do so. So basically, yeah, wow. So the elder's saying like, yeah, if you ever meet him, do what he says.
我不过是个遭气之人。 宗烈未免小题大做。
小题大做. Maybe it's like. Anyway, 遭气 is like I've been abandoned, if I remember correctly. If I'm not mistaken. I guess so. I am but an abandoned person. Also, I'm still online, right, guys? I just want to make sure, because Illusion Queen, you haven't said anything. So, I mean, so far so good, I guess. Or the buffering. Let's see. 小题大做 is... It's sort of like, I think he's like being overly nice. Or like he's doing what he's doing is too much. Okay. Still here? Great. Yeah, you're feeling fine. I have nothing to say. Great. I believe Zhonglian is making a well. I like how in the dictionary it actually says the equivalent English expression for 小题大做 is like making a mountain out of a molehill. Like I would probably not use that because that is a more modern word. Let's see. I believe Zhonglian is making a fuss over nothing.
无论如何，弟子自当谨遵师公之命。
No matter what, I have to. Let's see. I have to fulfill the command of 师公。
不问缘由。好，好。
You will not ask me the reason. Very well, very well.
既然如此，我便吩咐你2件事。第一，禁地发生这种种事情，不必告知长人。
Okay, that's enough. Fair enough. Let's see. Since that is the case, then I will entrust you with two things. The first, what has happened here in the Forbidden Ground, you need not inform the leader.
这
Well,
如何？令你为难？
What do you think? What do you think? Does it put you in a difficult position?
不，弟子听命。
No, I will listen to your command.
第二，其他几人闯入禁地，依照门规，本应重罚。但我命你，不可追究此事。
Nice. Then second, the other people here have entered the Forbidden Ground, and according to the rules, they ought to be heavily punished. But I command you not to pursue this matter.
是。
Yes, I guess he's like, well, at least that saves him some trouble. 只因 promise 中连被素养。 Oh yeah, I know. So he has to basically the Elder's command overrides. Oh, ironically, he has to obey the command of 2 people who are probably commanding him to do 2 different things. Oops. Ironic. Yeah, it's just really funny. He was ordered to obey the leader and this man because of his master that passed away. But oh, poor Ziying, put in the bind. Yes.
就是说不用被训，哈哈哈哈。
Tiana's like, so you're saying we don't have to get punished? Haha. Don't get too happy.
你们闯入禁地已经很久，都回去吧。即便有种种疑问，也无需再提，只当幻梦一场。
You have already entered this forbidden. You have already been inside this forbidden ground for a long time. All of you return. If you have any other questions, there is no need to bring them up. You can just treat this as if it were a dream. And hi, Crownless Hero, welcome to the stream.
那还能再来吗？
Well then, can we come back again?
云天河，你将本门禁地当成什么地方？
Yuntianhe, what kind of place do you think our guild's forbidden ground is? Shenxia, oh.
不行吗？
We can't?
若想来此，改日再说吧。
If you want to come here again, if you want to come here, we can talk about it at another time. We can, let's see. Not we can talk about it, like, we can talk about it at another time.
师叔，
Shisu? He's like, are you really gonna let them come here again?
好，改日。
Alright, another time. He also says another day, literally. So, in case you're wondering, like, hey, that's not exactly, yeah. Alright, another day. Okay, so we've been told. Discussion over. Can I grab this sword? No, I can't. I'm just kidding, guys. Do you have anything behind here that I can obtain? Am I gonna fight things when I come out? Another day. Do. Are we gonna run into a boss when we come out here? Oh, there was some text on the wall. I would translate for you, but it's a lot to read. It's very hard to read given the texture is kind of muddy. Oh, I wonder if this fireplace will be more important later. But in any case, we've been told to return back home, so time to go back to our rooms, guys, and pretend nothing happened. Nothing here, nothing here. We're gonna get cutscene, aren't we?
那个人真的太奇怪了，怎么会被封在冰里呢？
That person, it really is strange. Why would he be sealed inside that ice? You is a late. Oh, poor crownless hero.
他也许是个很可怜的人，我还从来没有感觉过一个人的灵像那样孤单、寂寥，简直像要把身边所有的一切都冰结了，实在太痛苦了。
Mengli says, like, perhaps he's just a person that, he's just a pitiful person, or like a pitiful, wow, that sounds really mean. He's a person deserving of pity. I've never ever felt a person, the spirit of a person, the spirit that was so, a spirit of a person like that, a spirit so lonely, so, hold on, I need to figure out how to pronounce it, not pronounce, translate this part, 寂寞的寂, it's just like loneliness, but I just want to make sure, like, forlorn maybe is the best way I can think of. I'm just making an educated guess. I believe that it's like desolate. Well, they're both mean lonely. It's like repeating lonely twice. Thanks, Mengli. I know you had to be asleep. It's all good. Don't worry about it. A person so lonely and desolate it is as though he has frozen everything that all he had by his side, or like, yeah, that's basically literally what it says. It is as though he has frozen all things by his side. It's just too painful. So she's feeling his pain of loneliness. Oh, that's sad.